So we are here with Violet by Nubody and my friend Ivona and client.
Oh boy.
And enemy and
Personal clown.
You're my definite personal. No, I'm in love with this woman. That's all she does. And you know what? In fact, it's going to be the Ivona show.
It is.
Because I think I'm going to laugh the whole time.
You really are my guest, but welcome. You just don't know it.
I just don't know it.
Awesome.
So tell me about your journey there, Miss Ivona. What is your journey?
I love that question. I love that you started with that. First of all, I'm so excited to be here, obviously.
You are.
But second of all, I love the timing of this podcast.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. Maybe you know a little snippet of it, but I'll share with the audience. I am on a journey, and it's a journey of getting to my best version of myself possible in this age. Mm-hmm. I thought that I was there. I thought 6 months ago, if someone asked me, hey, what? I would have been like, I have my shit together, okay? Mm-hmm. The truth is, no.
What happened?
Well, something set it off.
Okay.
I had a few friends betray me. Mm-hmm. That my voice is quivering even saying that. And when that happened, I was forced, I was cornered into change. And the first person that I went to, funny enough, was you. And you remember, because I walked in and I said that I want a friendship revenge bod. Like, you know how you get back at your ex-boyfriend or your ex-husband, like, look at me now.
Which I want to get into, by the way, but you can go ahead.
But I wanted that. Like, the next time these bitches see me, I'm going to be better in the inside and the outside. Like, I want everything to match.
Right.
And then while I'm on this journey, and then you asked me a few weeks ago to join you on the podcast, I was thinking about what we could talk about that would be relatable, that would be influential, and that would be powerful while also keeping it light.
Someone who was also in, and I mean, the same situation, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all out there. I mean, in all different situations and the same feelings.
Yes.
And the same wants.
Yes. And I think that one of the things that came to mind was to say, what do you think of when you say the words, it takes a village? You would always think about children. But to be honest with you, in my 40s now, I'm 42 years old, and I feel like it takes a village to be the best version of yourself as a woman, right? So you're looking for the next decades. So not only your 40s, I want to be awesome in my 50s, 60s, and 70s. And what do I need to do? I need to create my own village because it's not happening organically anymore. You know, back in the day, you go out and your neighbor's your village, right? The woman in the supermarket is your village. It's not like that anymore. We're isolating on another level. You know that as well. You see so many women, you know, and so as we're isolating, we have to create our own village. So you are part of my village. You know, you are my personal trainer and my friend. I have my acupuncturist. I have my therapist, right? I have my spiritual healer.
Is your husband in any of this?
Yes. Damn it. I love you, Thomas. You're going to be the first one. I got
maybe there was another level of it, but we're still there, right?
We are, yes. Sure. Well, marriage should be, I'm telling you, on this journey.
It's not a given.
No, it is not. And yes, my husband is my husband, my greatest support system.
He is.
I actually yell at him for being too supportive. I've never, ever heard of a woman doing that.
Oh, because you do no wrong, right?
Yeah, no. But when I was opening up, you know, I'm a business owner. I own a preschool. When I was opening it up, I had no idea what I was doing. I was so nervous. I was so out of my mind. And he was like, you're going to be the best preschool owner. I'm like, stop it! Stop being so supportive. He's like, this is the weirdest conversation. But you know what I mean? Like, he's awesome. And he pushes me in ways that I probably wouldn't put, like the way you push me.
I do.
Like when I'm like, I can't, I don't have the strength. She's like, come on.
No, but wait a minute. You do this thing where when I say you can do something and you're like, now I have to do it.
Yeah.
Why you put that pressure on me?
Yeah.
I don't know why you think of it like that.
Yeah.
Because now I have to deliver.
It's so weird. Like, I'm okay with
you're afraid of it.
Yeah. It's so weird.
You're afraid of failing.
Yes, big time.
But that is not an option.
Yeah.
Listen, we all have bumps, but that doesn't mean you failed.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Or like even when I work out with you and then the second you start to compliment me, you're like, ooh. Now I'm like, that's it. I can never, ever go bad with my diet. Or the second you're like, ooh, you're looking mini. I'm like, I am. I'm like, okay, all right. Get my shit together. I will be eating cottage cheese for the next 3 weeks. Like she gave me a compliment. But yeah, you know, it's about finding the humor in this decade.
Yeah.
You know, I've been really hard on myself to get my shit together. Like,
I think we all are.
it's just everybody. And can I tell you something? You want to hear something? You want to hear the truth?
I can't wait.
Because I talk to a lot. You know, I don't shut the fuck up. So
I know.
I talk to a lot of women on a daily basis. Let me tell everybody a secret. Ready?
All ears.
No one has their shit together.
Nobody.
It's just who knows how to pretend better. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you that because,
That's
like,
true.
for example, I have my shit together in about 80% of my life.
I tell everybody I do not have my shit together.
Right, but listen, there's somebody worse than you out
can't
there.
wait to
So
tell
for
you.
somebody that's falling apart, girl, you are like their freaking guru. Do you understand? No, I know you're honest. That's why,
I'm
like,
gonna share one thing. I've been doing this Instagram. I've been doing this, like, you know, my views are the best when I fuck up.
yeah, no, I know. People are like, come on, be
Or
relatable.
when I'm half naked.
No, yeah,
Now, those
Yeah.
are the two things that you guys love to see.
yeah,
Okay, but you're not gonna love me half naked if I keep fucking up.
I know. Right? Maybe you could just lie. You fucked up. I fucked up again. No, you didn't. No, I get that. I understand.
Oh,
I
it's
understand.
so
But I think
funny.
it's just relatable. You know,
But
because
if
the
I
truth
was
is,
doing great, nobody cares.
no, but you are doing great. That's the thing. I think that we all have, like, you know, the word gatekeeping, right?
Yes.
It's like, why did that word come? Because it's filled with petty women that didn't want to give their secret, right?
Okay.
Right? And like me, I'm so different. The second I like some shit, I'm going to make sure every single person in my life is getting it. Okay?
Oh, I get it.
You know how I am. I'm a walking infomercial.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
I get no money out of it.
No.
This is
Maybe
the
we
thing.
should.
No, I have any product that I like. Like, I don't gatekeep, right? I mean, when I was putting that beef stuff on my face, by the way, the beef tallow, I don't know who can do it.
I don't know.
It's beef fat. No,
I
who
don't
cares
know.
about the grease? It's the smell. I
Does
smell
it
like
smell?
a braised,
I haven't even done it yet.
like a braised brisket at night. Like, how sexy is that? Hey, Tommy, you ready for me? He's like, what? He's like, oh no, wait a minute, something's wrong. No, it's not. Nothing's wrong.
Where are the
It's my
dogs at this
brisket
point?
face. It's my brisket face. Oh, and speaking of that, I have to put brisket fat on my face because I don't do Botox.
Oh. Well, there.
Take a look at it. Take a look at
We
it.
could actually start talking about Botox.
Oh, I would love to.
And plastic surgery.
Yes, let's get into it.
I believe we have one body,
Oh yeah.
and I believe that you can do whatever you want with it, because this is not a dress rehearsal.
And I don't feel that way. I'm the opposite over here.
So I've done Botox. I am terrified of filler. Terrified. So I've been doing everything else but, you know.
Okay.
Now, you're talking to somebody who washes their face with palm olive dish soap. Okay?
Yeah, you don't really have much of a routine.
Listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm in the kitchen and I'm too lazy to go upstairs,
Yeah, makes sense.
washing my face.
Yep.
At least I'm washing my face.
Yep.
So you're talking 101 here, okay?
Mhm.
So I'm trying to do a regimen. Now we talk about regimens. I'm very good with that. I'm good with the diet. I'm good, you know, at times, you know. Skin regimen, I do not have. I mean, I start them. Now I understand when they say, I start a diet and somehow I fall off, right?
Yeah.
So now I found someone who is helping me with my skin. And she's on me like
You're
white
like, it's
on
okay,
rice.
yeah.
Like the
how's
way,
your hydration?
like the way I am
you
with
bully
you guys.
people? Yeah.
And
yeah.
I told her, I go, I need you to be my trainer, my skin trainer.
Mhm.
So here
What's
she
the
is.
accountability?
She's making sure I'm doing it, you know, and all that. But I've been doing the visits with her. I've been doing this cryo, which is a collagen producing procedure. And here I am. I'm laying there and I'm doing it. And she goes, so how are those creams? And I'm like, I didn't even open them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Great.
Didn't even open them.
Yeah. Well, it takes dedication.
I'm trying.
It takes dedication, but I'm going to go into the path of a little bit, holistic vibes. And I feel like I drink my skincare. And that's when people, they're always ask, oh my God, wait. Guys, wait, no, please. I have to stop. I have to tell you something. This morning I woke up. So something always funny happens to me, right? Mm-hmm. Do I not always have a story? Always. Right? It's the universe.
I love your story.
This morning I opened up my eyes and I was like, nothing funny has happened. Like, what am I because I wanted to have a funny story for today. And I'm like, nothing's happened.
Oh my God,
like,
so much has happened.
Wrong.
Always.
It happened.
Oh, it
Wrong.
did.
It happened. You know that I have incredible skin. Mm-hmm. I do not have a blemish. I'm lucky. It's genetics. I don't know. And plus my whatever. Excuse me, I woke up today, my entire left side of my face is straight up adult acne. No, I broke out in hives. And I'm like, oh, this is the funny story. Because I thought I was like cool, calm, and collected when you asked me about the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm famous already. Like, of course, it's not a big deal. I'll pencil you in. And then I go take a shower and I come out of the shower and I'm like, what the? And I'm like, no, it's hives. No, and now I have acne on this face. So I guess I was extra excited. Yeah.
I do not
And look,
see
I'm
it.
checking myself out. No, you can't see it, but I wish you could. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I do feel like you drink your skincare. I juice celery juice. You know how I am with that.
Yeah.
And, the hydration and my smoothies and all my supplements
So you're
and
now
all my
washing
herbs.
your face with palm olive.
Very close. Cetaphil. No. And then another thing, and I know this is going to be controversial, but I just want to tell women this because I discovered it. And then me and your mom had a great conversation about it when she whipped it out of her purse. I decided a couple years ago to treat myself. I was like, okay, I'm 40. I'm going to treat myself to La Mer. And I came home and it was $125 for that little thing, popped it open. And I was like, oh, and I'm putting it on. I'm like, I'm suspicious because it smells and feels like Nivea, the blue tin, right? My grandmother always used to say that to me.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, God, you have such great skin. She's like, oh, the blue can. I'm like, all right, it's not the blue can, but it really looks like it is because I went upstairs, I take the Nivea, I compare it, and then I start Googling, and it's a thing.
Mm-hmm. And
then I spoke to your mother, and your mother is what, 69?
69.
And she looks great.
And what did she whip out of her bag?
Wait, can I say the two things that your mother did, or is this like totally inappropriate? Like I went for a workout.
You can say whatever you want.
So I went to a workout on a Wednesday morning, and I saw Violet's mom's boobs instead. She flashed me her boobs.
Yep.
And then we talked about skincare.
You think that I'm surprised?
No, I obviously not. But so I went from skincare to boobs.
She wanted to show you.
Like now imagine when I tell the story.
How good Nivea works.
Hey, how was your Wednesday? Oh, it was good. I worked out, did a couple push-ups, did really good, saw 69-year-old tits. And
it was a great day.
That's about it. And then no explanation. I'm just like, I saw boobs. Which whatever. We need to be more comfortable with her. And your mom, wow.
Yeah. No,
she represents you good, girl.
I got the genes, I guess.
Yes,
I'm hoping
Stop
for the
it.
future.
Don't be humble. This is not the place where we're humble. Please.
Well, I also wanted to talk about how we take care of ourselves, right? But I'm noticing lately that which is sad to say, a lot of divorcees are all of a sudden getting into their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't help but wonder, why now? What? Maybe things could have changed. I don't know everyone's relationship. I'm just, speculating.
Yeah.
And I often wonder, all that energy that you're putting into yourself now. Well, why now and not before? And I can't ask you because you're obviously married, but I can't help but wonder that. Why do you think that is? Do you think all of a sudden it's a renew and like a new fix? That's gonna fix them?
Well, a good point that you bring up is you don't know everybody's relationship, right? But I think generalizing, men are known to stop complimenting at a certain time, Mm-hmm. And some women need it more than others. I need to be complimented all the time, and if it's all day long.
Tommy, you getting that?
Tommy always has to look
that?
Shocked and surprised by my outfits, right? So he doesn't live with me for the last 20 years. I come down the stairs, I'm literally waiting. I'm like, go. He's like, this is insane. I'm like, go ahead. Look at the shoe. Look at my legs.
Wait, let me do
I'm
the
like,
turn.
look at my,
Let me do the
no.
turn.
So I'm like full of myself, but I still need his like, attention and approval.
Yes.
And when I talk, so I joined this Facebook group called the Bad Moms of Long Island. I've actually never wrote in it, but I love to read it. And most
Are you eating the popcorn? Like
yeah. Oh yeah. And it's like once I see anonymous poster, I'm like, oh yeah, bitch, this is gonna be a good one. Once I see the anonymous post, that's once again like you can't post this because some things are like dirty. Dirty.
This is something I should look into?
Yes, Bad Moms of Long Island. If you didn't join it, it is juicy, okay? So like a woman would be like, oh, my husband never compliments me. We haven't had like sex in a year, and I'm like sweating for her. I'm like, a year? Oh my God. And then I look at the comments, I'm like, dude, she's chilling compared to the other ones.
Oh, what do you mean?
This one's like 4 years we haven't had sex. Like, dude, at this point, we're cutting the rent in half and, we're dating other people.
Well, let me ask you a question.
We're going out on dates.
How long do you normally go?
How long without
sex?
Whoo, I think we've gone weeks. And
okay, you want to know when I know?
When
I can't remember the last time.
Yeah, a freak. It's probably a few. Yeah. It's a few weeks.
I think we should.
And then I'm startled.
I think we should.
And then I'm startled. I'm like, oh my God. Let's do something
because
extra freaky to make up.
Remember,
But to answer your question, why? I think not to blame the men, right? Because you should look good for yourself. You should take care of yourself for yourself. But is that the true reality of it all? No. We want to look good for our man, and we want our man to notice. So when a man tells me, a friend's husband says, my wife knows she looks good. Obviously, she knows she looks good, but it's nice to hear it. And I think that kind of, it's like seeing, the Mona Lisa every day. You kind of like, doesn't matter. And I think that's what happens. And then women, when they divorce, they're like, watch this now.
So you're saying it like it's a revenge thing. But can I also mention those of us who do stay married and listen, ups and downs. Listen, there are some years I can't take my hands off my husband. Mm-hmm. And there are other years where I can't stand the goddamn sight of him. And he knows this. Okay?
Yes. Yep.
So, but like I said, it's ups and downs. But now when you're killing yourself, right, for your man,
yeah,
you turn around and you see him shoveling a cake in his mouth.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't think that's fair.
No, it's not. And I want to discuss that.
With the dad bods.
The dad bods, not okay. And I've noticed that too. Like, so Tommy just came back from his European trip, right? Eating Carb Central. Okay.
Right.
I mean, he ate out the
but
bakeries.
men lose it like that.
Yeah,
That's
no one cares, Violet. No one cares. Okay. Here I am. I've been living off celery leaves, not even the whole store. Okay. I'm just like, I'm munching on leaves at this point. And when he got home, I was like, yeah, I'm like on a real big like kick here. Like you cannot, I haven't drank alcohol, nothing. I haven't been eating as much. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to join you. How are you going to join me, Thomas? By eating a whole loaf of bread with butter? and looking me dead in the eye?
I'm
dead ass. Like, I'm like, whoa. Like, I don't know if he, I'm like, do you want a fist fight? Because I will. Like, no, seriously. A loaf of bread, my guy? Yeah. And I'm going gluten-free now?
I know.
That's just, no, he's ballsy, honestly. But I'll throw it down. I'll throw it down.
You will. I know.
Yeah. So, yeah,
but
it's
I
not
have
fair.
to give credit where credit is due.
Mm.
So I'm going to try. Long story short, I'm at the pool. I'm with our friend Shauna. And me being a fitness person, of course, I notice certain things. And especially when the guys look good. Like, a lot of the women look great. So I'm looking and I see that. Now, I don't notice much, but I'm watching everyone at the pool. And I see this one person and I'm like, that's nice. Then I turn over and I see another one. I'm like, okay. And then I go around again and I see another gentleman. And I hit Shauna. I go, are you not seeing what's going on right now? And she's like, she looks around and I'll never forget it. She goes, oh, 35-year-old dads. I go, oh my God, because they're in a different mindset, right? Like,
right.
100%. I also feel Everyone is my age, which I'm 49, by the way. And if someone else tells me happy birthday, I just want to get it over with already. Thank you.
I love that.
I posted way too many pictures.
Yeah.
So the younger dads are definitely on it. I think maybe it's not like that much of a different generation. I don't think.
Yeah, but we go through men go
I'm
through
like,
their ups and downs. Yeah,
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, someone just recently, actually, Tommy, I love that I said someone recently told him, and it's stuck right here, right? So I don't know whether I'm like excited about it or I want to fist fight someone. I'm not sure. I'm like on the fence with both.
But somebody said that your husband looks good.
No. This guy said to him, it's my cousin's husband. He said to him, now in Croatia, he goes, we're in our 40s now. He's like, everybody wants this. The 20-year-olds want this, the 40-year-old, but he's right. And that goes for women too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I see the way 20-something-year-old guys check me out. I see you too.
Yeah.
But my daughter's almost 19, so there you go. But I see you.
I see you. I see you seeing me.
I have eyes. Like when my husband goes, I have eyes on. I'm like, and so do I. And I'll be looking this summer.
And let's not forget, us women, we have to keep up with all these little chickadees.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, this is the first time, like, this is going to sound arrogant, but it's just the truth. I'm sure women feel this way. This is the first time in my life, and it said it statistically, 42/43 is the age where a woman actually starts to feel different. And I do. Not really physically, as far as like, I'm tired. I don't have any of those symptoms, thank goodness. But like my face, right? So I'm not doing Botox. So I'm noticing like the aging is happening. And as blessed as I am for that, obviously no one's jumping up and down for it. And now all of a sudden now I'm noticing that, like the 30-year-old chicks, I'm like, because I said something so old yesterday. It was such like an old comment. My husband commented on a woman that's 30-something years old. And
you were like, well, how old
No.
is she?
And she's like, in our friend group or whatever, like she's in our life. And he was like, she looks so great, which she does. But I was like, she's 31. She should look great. She should. But it's like such an old thing to say. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, all right, chill out.
Okay,
chill
also, go back to that. So I go to the gym, right? And anytime that I see a girl who, and trust me, it's always inspiring to see a fit body. I love it. Now I realize, I ask myself, how old is she?
Yeah.
Does she have a job?
Yeah.
And how many kids does she have?
Yeah, it matters.
It does.
Well, that's okay. So that's another topic that I wanted to talk about, which is like everything matters now. Yeah. In your 20s, you don't have to wash your face and you could eat Burger King for the whole weekend and you'll be all right.
For a little while.
Okay.
You will?
But in your 40s, like, I got stressed out and I have adult acne today. Like, I really have to watch my mental health. Like, everything matters now. And that's kind of, I'm envisioning the next many years of my life as a pizza pie that I have to fulfill all the areas where before, even just 6 months ago, before I entered this like, journey of mine. And by the way, I was forced into it. I totally didn't have like an epiphany and was like, you know what I want? It was literally the betrayal of friendship that made me kind of look at everything of myself as a whole. So if I'm killing it at A, B, and C, it's okay to admit that I'm not killing it at D, E, and F.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's a process.
It's a process. And I think that's where women nowadays aren't giving each other enough credit, right? So it's like, oh, we can, if you and I are successful businesswomen, that's all we can talk about because our marriage isn't good, so we shouldn't talk about that. Or, financially, we're not doing. It's okay. And I'm learning that myself now, that it's okay to need help in certain areas and be strong in some.
Right.
You don't have to have it. I know my friends that are divorced, will say things to me like, lucky you, and I resent that actually because it's not luck. Because are they sitting with me when me and Tommy are doing therapy? Are they sitting with me when we're having really hard discussions and trying to realize that we do come from different backgrounds to a certain extent? And now that our children are getting older, it is getting harder to parent. So when am I lucky? Well, I think that I'm blessed. I think that I have a good man and he has a good woman, and we respect each other enough, and we try to do the work.
Right.
But lucky is a stretch.
I don't like when my mother tells me that I'm lucky.
Yeah.
My mother will say it, well, you're lucky.
Yeah.
I go, I could have made a lot of bad choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I chose not to make those choices.
100%.
That's not freaking luck.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, it would have been maybe easier or more fun to make the bad choice, but I chose.
Luck diminishes the strength and hard work.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly what it does. And so, you know, do I have a better, I don't know, stepping stone because Tommy's a really nice guy and we just get along? Sure.
Right.
But, you know, and that's another thing about social media. And I remember posting about this so long ago, like 6-7 years ago. You know, when people are like, social media is so fake. Social media is so fake. And I'm like, absolutely, right? To a certain extent. Like, for example, if I'm having a bad day, you want me to post it?
They do.
No. Right. But I don't want to give it to them.
They do.
I don't want to give it to them because I don't want to remember that.
But someone will relate to it and you will help somebody else.
Right. But I'm saying if you're an influencer or if that's your job.
Anybody. I'm telling you.
I post because I'm such an emotional person. Like, if I feel something at that moment, that's why I always I always look ugly on my social media. I'm serious. I really do. Compared to like how cute I could really look, because I need to post that second. Like sometimes I'm like, ooh, I really should get a little makeup on here. Like, please. But I'm like, no, I want to talk right now. So that's the thing. Like sometimes I wonder if I did do something like this, I'm like, you would just see my looks kind of like dwindle away because I would start off strong and then I would just get too comfortable.
You will have good days and you will have bad days. It goes up and down like that. I promise.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it's wonderful to have, you know, when I look around my life, I really am surrounded by all strong women. I literally was trying to think of like one punk ass bitch friend that I have, and I really don't. I really, really don't. I may have, now I'm going to be petty, I may have, and maybe I dropped them.
Right.
But right now, at the moment, sitting here May 6th, I do not have one friend that is jealous of me. I don't have one friend that is mean to me. And I don't have one friend that wouldn't do whatever I needed at this moment. And that is not luck. That is just a blessing and what I've put into my friendships. And I think that it's okay. And you and I spoke about this. Like, my life has been so consistent for a very long time. I have the same husband. I have the same kids. They're still around too.
And they like you.
Keep coming back. So, you know, same friends. I've been in my home for a long time, right? Still have my parents. Like, I like that. So when it was time to let go of these stagnant friendships that I probably subconsciously knew for a couple of years were not good for me.
You hit bottom.
Yeah. Like, it's so funny because I come to you in the most vulnerable times and you've never taken advantage of that.
No.
Right. But you're saying no. But I've had people take advantage of my vulnerability, my friends, close friends, right? And throw things at me and talk about my marriage and, you know, in these passive aggressive ways. So now what these friends did for me is I basically said to myself, and that went for my friends and for things in my life. I said, God, do me a favor. Please dim the lights on the things that no longer serve me and the people that don't serve me, and highlight the people and the things that are. And people are being highlighted. And you're one of them, you know, and you're in my most vulnerable time. And that's not just me. I know a lot of women that have come to you, they've gained weight. I mean, I gained weight. I came to you, I stepped on the scale. You know what that feels like when you know you gained weight? It feels like someone stripped you and beat the living shit out of you with the whip on your ass. You're like,
I have never done that.
No, and you know what you said? We both looked at the number. I was horrified. You were like, and you go,
temporary.
Yeah, you don't even look that big. Thanks. You don't even look that big. I'm like, thanks. And then I'm making excuses for myself. I'm like, well, I am tall and I carry it well. I don't know what to say.
You know how to dress.
Yeah. And then another, you know, whoever's watching this and whoever works out with you, I think one of the funniest things is when you do something and I'm looking at you and I'm like, God, that is so dope. the way she does it, and then I'm like, I am a ballerina. I'm gonna do it too. And then I look in the mirror. It's like, what? Like, I look at myself. I'm like, dude, I'm a
This was
sexy,
not the way it's
confident
supposed to look.
even all right, maybe you have. Actually, maybe sometimes even you were like, yeah, that.
Just put it down.
Forget. We'll try.
Put it
something
down. We're gonna try something
No,
else.
I want to try. No, it's not working.
I don't have
out.
the patience to teach you how to do this. Right
Yeah, so I think that it's great for whoever works out with Violet. I'm sure you have little therapy sessions. But the thing is with people like us, we in our own ways are healers. I'm a healer because I don't shut the F up about how to improve someone's health.
Right.
And you do it in that way as well, in a different way, but the same. And where's the time for us though? Like, and I'm starting to realize, I think we have energy batteries, and I just kept thinking that it's like an infinite amount. Like, I'll just keep giving energy to everybody. I mean, when I'm crying with like women in the fitting room,
Right.
like strangers, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not like, sometimes I'm like, okay, am I a messiah? Like, what is going on? Like, maybe like, I don't know what's going on. Let's say I'm sitting here and a woman walks by like, I really like your sneakers. I'm like, oh, thanks. They're just regular Adidas.
You're just minding your own business.
I really
but you
am.
think you are.
That's what Tommy says. That's what Tommy says.
It's your body language.
Right. So
It's the way you answer.
So she'll be like, oh, I'm too old to wear those. And I'm like, what? No, you are not. Come here. Come on. Let's talk about it. When did this low self-esteem
just
start?
let me know what that is.
So, yeah, people gravitate to me all the time. And once again, then I fall short for myself because I'm like, well, I have to always have my shit together. On Instagram, I cannot even tell you how many women message me on a weekly basis, or when I see them in person, they're like, oh, people that I would never think are like, oh my God, you helped me with this. And I screenshot everything you do. And I'm like,
you had no idea.
I'm a real life influencer. I'm like, well, throw $5 in the jar, lady, because I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? But I'm, and I just told the guys over here. I said, by guys, I mean the fans that follow us everywhere while we do this podcast. Guys, I said to him, you know how I would describe myself, like for people, if a stand-up comic and a health guru had a baby.
Okay.
It would be me.
It would be you.
It would be me.
It would be you.
Yeah, and as much as I want to deny the fact that I'm so into health, like I'm literally reading the most boring books for fun. That's when it's because it's
so
health.
when you were going back to positive energy, whatever, and when I'm not feeling myself, I think the other day I was like the worst trainer ever.
Oh my God,
ever.
no.
Well, I didn't have it, right?
Don't say who it was for.
Oh, she knows
Oh
already.
my God. She's like, you suck. And I'm telling everybody.
Need some? Talking about
Oh, we're sorry.
So I'm sitting there, and honestly, my people spoil me. I mean, I could just point to something. They know what I want, unless I'm teaching them something new.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm on the bench. Thank God my studio's not that big. So I'm pointing at it, and I'm telling her what to do. I'm still watching her form, everything. So I go, okay, you got 3 more. Now, I know I should have got up
Right.
to help her with those last 3.
I just missed it a little.
So she looked at me when she was done. She goes, wow, you're tired because you didn't even get up. I'm like, well, you weren't going to hurt yourself or anything.
Come on. Yeah. Well, what about the time that I was testing? You remember? Because you were talking? Because during our sessions,
we talk.
We chit chat. So I'm planking and I'm literally shaking. I could barely hold it. I'm like, how long does this biatch have me on the thing? And I'm like, Violet, shut the hell up. You're like, nah, it's only 35 seconds. I'm like,
I'm looking.
I hate when you're on your game.
I am multitasking.
No, but I do. I like the accountability, obviously. And you're right. When it comes to training, it's a vibe. I don't care. Just like with anything. When people come to me and they're like, we have 5 more schools to tour. I'm like, good. Tour them. Because whatever school you choose,
right,
you're going to be there for years. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with, a trainer. I mean, you hope that you're going to stick with somebody. And you are. You're motivational. You're scary also.
Am I?
Yeah, because it's like, especially when, you're lifting something, they're like, and I'm like, oh, that looks, and you're like, that's not for you. Here's it. And that's like a little one. And I'm like, oh, and it like hurts. I'm like, right. So I'm not even doing the real girl way. I'm doing the baby way.
Okay. So can we talk about really quick how, when people first get started, they want to, I want to drink
Yeah.
5
I know what you're
days
gonna
a
say.
week.
That's so funny. I already know what story you
5
want.
days a week. I'm like, okay, well, I think we should just start off
Yeah.
slow. You know, I think
But
a lot
I've
of times
trained with you before, so I know that you
yes.
can.
So I think a lot of times people overdo it, and then it's they can't sustain it, so they're like, oh, forget it. I don't want to do it at all. So I started training you, and you were like, you know, we were doing 2 days, and you were doing great, and she was consistent. She was great. So what was it?
Oh, so, you know, and I'm noticing, so now with anything, and Violet, you made such a good point. Because I was like, is 2 days a week going to be enough for the start? And you were like, yeah, but once you start working out like that, you know, where you're consistent, then everything will trickle. Your diet, you're going to walk more, you're going to make a conscious, and exactly what you said. I don't know why I just don't listen right away. Like with anything. Every time I ask her and she's like, yeah, please don't do that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it.
You guys are all so stubborn.
I'm going to do it my way because everyone's different. And then I go back to your way.
And I let you do it.
Yeah, you're like,
I let you do it. Go ahead.
yeah, and then I always come back like a little puppy dog, but okay. So anyways, I started seeing the difference, right?
Yeah.
And my weight was dropping. I was seeing, you know, the cellulite's kind of going away. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing.
Yeah,
like
you're emotionally motivated.
Yes. I'm like, perfect. So I come downstairs and you were just finishing with a client. So there's proof that I said this. I come downstairs, cocky as hell, walking down there, right? Like I've been working out for God knows how long. And I was like, hey, anyways, listen, we got to like revise the schedule. I'm like, we got to take it up a notch. Let's do 3 times a week. And you're like, oh, but the evil eyes you had, you're like, really? And I was like, yeah, you became the evil step mother from Cinderella. You're like, ooh.
No, I got excited.
Yeah, no, whatever. It looked evil
whatever
from
that was.
my
Right.
perspective, it looked
Yeah.
evil. And you were like, and I was like, ooh, we're going to have a good session. So when Violet works me out like that, I have to pee standing up because I cannot even, my toilets are really low in the house. I don't know what's wrong. I think Tommy got wrong toilets. So I just full blown don't even fight it anymore. I just pee standing up. No, I wish it was a joke. Like I that's why it's so fun. I straight up pee standing up.
Well, you texted me. You're like, I'm broken.
I am 150%
So I go,
broken.
oh, so
Yeah.
you don't want to do the 3
I was
days
like,
a week.
let's stick to the 2
We're gonna
times a
stick
week,
with it.
and that's okay. Yeah. No, yeah. Listen, no one's ever gonna push themselves. Like a trainer pushes themselves. That's just the way
No,
it goes.
well, that's why I have a trainer.
I know. I was really, really amused by that, but I love that.
Well, because I need the love that I give you guys.
There you go. That's what we were talking about.
I need that love.
Yeah.
I am depleted. I am like done. When I walk into that gym, I'm like, oh, just tell me what to do. I'm like, and if you weren't here, I would have already left.
And let me ask you, so how do you feel as a trainer? How do you keep your passion going? What motivates you to keep going with this? What brings you that joy?
When I'm on point, I love the way I feel. Nothing beats it. Alcohol doesn't beat it.
No, I'm asking you, what
Cake.
keeps you going? Not for working out. What keeps you motivated as a trainer? What's your passion? What brings you so
Why
much?
am I training people?
Yeah, like what do you love the most about it?
I love results. I love giving them results. I hate to say it, I change people's lives.
I know.
I'm amazed by it. Somebody was asking me, oh, wow, you're just so busy, like as far as time slots. And I'm like, I gotta say, I just have the same people. They just don't leave.
It's your energy.
Which is great. And I love that. But it's not like I'm rolling through all these clients. Like they have their set times. They come consistently. They see results, with the little ups and downs. And I'm also very flexible. And I get it because I'm a parent and I'm not a perfect trainer. I always say I'm the hardest working trainer because I love eating and I love drinking.
Do we?
And I love sleeping in too.
And for those of you who don't know, many do, there are 2 Violets. There's Fun Violet and there's Not Fun Violet. I don't speak
you're
to
being
Not Fun
nice.
Violet.
Now you're calling Not Fun Violet because it's usually another name. What's the other name?
Is it boring as fuck? Yeah, that's it.
So when I call Ivona and ask her to go somewhere, she's like, well, it depends.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on.
Is it going to be Fun Violet?
That's correct. Yeah, and
it's like it's going to be Fun Violet.
Yeah.
So then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Then we went to a brunch. Want to hear something? That was the last day I drank.
Was it?
So I think that was
was not the last day I drank.
Oh. Great.
I had a birthday.
All right, fine.
Birthdays last like
but we went to the
7 days.
brunch. No, but wait, we went to the brunch, and we were getting boring. Violet, Shauna prepared me.
No, I didn't tell you. I know.
No.
I did tell you.
Well, no, you did not.
No, I told you I was going to be boring, Violet.
Yeah, and I was prepared for it, so I was going to be boring too. And we sat down, we ordered boring drinks, and then all of a sudden she's like, and I'll have a martini. I mean,
she had to hold on the chair.
I held on to the chair. I was like, wait. I made everyone calm the hell down at the table. I was like, I was like, what'd you say? And she's like, fun, Violet. I was like, make that 2. I think I downed 2 martinis in one shot. I was like, 2 can play this game.
Yeah, because I did a rant and told everybody that I only lost 1 pound.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't going to have fun being skinny Violet, I was going to have fun being fat.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is a new day.
Yeah, being skinny definitely isn't as fun.
It is.
I don't lie to the people. Oh,
I'm not lying.
I am. I feel great. I'm walking, drinking the gym. Okay, journaling. I get it.
You know why?
It's not as fun.
You know why? You haven't turned the corner.
Stop.
No, you haven't turned the
kick-ass
corner.
brunch followed by the strip club, or meditation followed by journaling and a green juice. Knock it off. Don't lie to the people. Come on, be real. We're not saying which one you're gonna feel better. We get it.
Listen,
Option B, you're feeling better.
Both, but healthy Violet,
there you go.
boring Violet will always pull me back.
Listen.
Always.
I'm a Libra. I'm all about balance.
Listen, I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
I like it all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We listen to me. I need the balance in my life. So like when my neighbor Tom cracks me up. Okay, I wish he was here right now to do this skit, but it's the funniest skit because I do post a lot on social media. It's like my personal diary, okay? That's what I feel like. I'm leaving this to my kids so they're gonna see how funny and dope I was, okay?
Okay.
So I look at my Instagram like a personal diary, and that's how I post. So people know what's up. If I'm not like good, you know I'm not good because I posted that shit.
Right.
If I'm chilling, you know I'm chilling. If I'm skinny, you know I'm skinny because I'm busting my body. When I'm chubby, it's just my face. Okay? Start to freaking pick up the signals. And now I just went on a rampage and I forgot what I was going to say. That's why I talk too much. That's so sad.
But when you're
Tom. So Tom says that when he sees my post that it's about the celery juice, about meditation, he goes, fuck, we lost her. And he does this whole skit. About it. Like, here she is. Because now I'm like, guys, no.
Oh, he'll make fun of you, see what we're doing.
Yeah, because then I won't be as fun. You know, but I got a really, really nice compliment on Easter. My sister hosted Easter. And there was a guy there, cousin of my brother-in-law, who I love dearly. You've met him. Mm-hmm. And he's like, wait, what are you drinking? And I was like, tea. Right? It was a hot tea. And he's like, wait, you're not drinking alcohol? And I said, no. And he's like, dude, you're the only person I can't tell if you're fucked up or if you're sober. That is true. But me and you are like that.
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
can hold it.
Right? But I'm saying, like, we're so fun that
Yeah.
I can be crazy sober, but, you know, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's you know, there was, I think I might have said it before. So I have this one client and I was trying to explain to her, you cannot drink and lose weight. Do you understand? I wish it wasn't so.
I know.
But it's the truth, right? So she finally, you know, she did it. She lost the weight. But before she did this, she looked me straight in the eyes and she goes, you mean to tell me that you go out?
Yeah.
I go, yeah. And you're not drinking. I go, right. And you're having fun. I go, well, I'm probably not having as much fun as you. But I am having fun. Yes, my night just gets shorter.
Okay, but then again, like our level of fun is like, you know,
First of all, you
remember when we went to Port Jeff?
No, you fucking scare me. She scares me.
I love that I scare her.
Listen, I can party with I could party. Okay, her and her husband. I went away to DR with them. Okay, my liver. Okay, it was night.
We haven't been the same
afternoon.
Since. We haven't been the same.
I don't even know what days it was. It was morning, noon, and night. It
there
didn't stop.
Are still videos popping up on my phone that I'm deleting because I'm like, what is this?
Never doing
What
that
have
again.
we done? Do you know what you were doing? You were baptizing people in the pool of Dominican Republic Resort. She was holding.
I was floating.
Okay, no. Okay, right. That's how you remember it. And I'm going to tell you what really
Because
happened.
they were saying that they don't know how to float. And of course,
Right.
I always have to teach
So
somebody something.
if you're a stranger and you're walking by the pool and you see a 6-foot woman, pretty muscular physique,
Baptizing.
holding a grown 6'7" man, one would think that she's doing baptisms.
Who was I doing this?
Jeff. Oh my God. He's 6'5". Okay.
And he's never the same again.
No, we haven't been the same since that trip. Like all of us collectively as humans. Like
I'm never going anywhere with you
no,
again.
I'm not going.
No.
I haven't even gotten to those places. Something's wrong.
No, it was
A
bad.
lot of bad things happened, but very good things from what I can recall.
from
Yeah.
videos and pictures.
But
no, we have a
yeah,
good
but
time.
now you're right. There's no weight loss with alcohol. I tried it.
Yes.
I tried it, folks. I tried it even
Oh, there's this one I told you your way.
Yeah.
And then you came to me
Yep.
and you were like, no, it's not
Yeah.
working.
I was like, no, I'm just gonna right. And I know that you're a professional, but I'm gonna do it my way, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I like my tequila. And then that scale really wasn't moving. And
No.
I eat clean. I do. I
Doesn't
eat
matter.
clean. Right. Yeah.
Really
And
doesn't
so
matter.
when I was saying, even like, oh, I'm a social drinker, but a bitch socializes a lot.
I bet you
And-
don't
and
realize it.
Clarify what a social setting is. My sister coming over, I'm like, this is
Social.
social. Me and you on the phone.
FaceTime.
So I'm like,
This counts, right? This counts.
Yeah, we'll just take a break. But you know what Tommy loves to do? The guy barely drinks. He's not the biggest drinker. Like socially, yes, like when we go out, but that he'll have a glass of anything throughout the week, never. But the second I give up alcohol, now all of a sudden he's a
Oh, he's like
bartender.
a complete alcoholic.
Yeah, now he's like making specialty drinks for everyone. For everyone now.
Why is he
I don't
doing
know.
that?
I don't know. I don't think he's testing me. Like I don't think he's that evil. But it's like first of all, my mindset, which is not the greatest mindset about alcohol, and I think a lot of women have this issue, is I can go right now and not drink for years and have absolutely no problem. But going out, you and I right now, right? We're going to go out and I have to have a glass of red wine. I don't want it.
Okay.
What?
What's one glass?
Get the fuck.
I'd rather just
I
have
have
one."
my one glass. Good. All right. I'm not having shit. Then I'm not having the calories. I'm not having the bloat. I'm not the brain rot. I'm not doing nothing. How about
Okay,
that?
right.
So right now I am in this weird, like, am I sober curious? And what I think I'm going to do is I'm every time I've done this, I've always put like this time, like, well, now you can't ever. And like, I'm just chilling. I'm letting the days go by. I feel great. The weight is dropping. I have acne now out of nowhere. I have no idea. But yeah, I just I feel good, and I think it's alcohol's tricky at this age because I think that it does kind of go hand in hand with depression. I think that if you're not I never have tendencies of being depressed. Like something would have to happen for me to be sad and then have a normal human reaction, right? But, with drinking, you're drinking the next day, you're a little dehydrated, now you're pondering your life.
Oh, it's a domino. I
You're
always
like,
call it
"Ooh."
the domino effect.
Yeah,
It's an awful effect. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. And you know what I wanted? I wanted to read something. I took a picture of this because I think it's so amazing, especially for your clients as well, being with all age ranges. I read this and I'm like, it gives such hope and empowerment for women. But this is a fact, by the way. 80% of Forbes 100 most powerful women list last year, the women were over 50 years old. So a woman's career is a long game, and we need to normalize the pauses and the shifts. And I love that because I read somewhere that, and it kind of frightened me, where someone was like, oh, 40s isn't the end, it's just the beginning. And I'm like, who the fuck said it was the end? Who started this rumor? I'm like, I'm feeling like I'm trying to go into the best body, the best version of myself, right? In 20s, I was smoking ciggies and drinking Malibu Babies.
Right.
I'm juicing celery and doing breath work. I want to look better than ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with that, I feel like, why can't I'm obsessed with starting a women's club. And I keep thinking about it. And I keep thinking about having a one-stop shop, right? Imagine you being a woman and you're like, I want to get my shit together. And you go to a place that'll help you get your shit together, right? From physical therapy, from physical training to therapy to acupuncture to your skin to your nutrition. You know, some women, like, we are very educated in health.
Yeah, not everybody.
Not
We
everybody
take it for
is.
granted, yes.
And
yes.
we don't know, you know, when I started my health journey, like it was over a decade ago. When I think back of what I know now, I mean, I had to hustle to find all these facts and doctors and places to go.
Well, this is exactly why I became a personal trainer, is because there was a time where I was lost.
Yep.
And if I just had someone that could have just guided me and helped me, it would have made my life so much easier.
Yeah.
There is, first of all, everyone's a freaking expert on this Google, and you have to, if I'm going to give anyone advice, is pick 2 people that you like.
Oh, I love
and
that.
that's it. Everyone's an expert. They'll tell you this, they'll tell you that. You know, just pick 2 people's opinions that you respect and that you like their style, and just ask them. I mean, I like, for a long time, I liked Dr. Berg and
Love him
Thomas
too.
DeLauer.
Yeah.
One was a doctor guy, and the other guy was a fit guy. And I liked both of their opinions. And this was when the keto diet came. I was so freaking confused, you know, between the MCT oil and the fasting and when to fast. And, you know, so now I give you guys a 101 way to do it. You know, just don't waste time. Don't overtrain. Don't, you know. So my big thing is I wished I had it.
Right.
So that's why
where, see, that's where the passion comes in, right?
Yes.
So the passion that you have is on a different level. I have trained with other trainers. It's not like you're my first and only trainer.
Right.
I have, right? And there, you can just tell. You can tell, just like you were talking about having that one off day. But sometimes I felt like that with the trainers all the time. Like they're just, this is just a job. In this field, this can't be just a job.
Did you tell them that I text you every day?
Yes. I don't want to scare the people. She's great.
I text you
She's,
every day.
How are we doing with
How
our
are we
diet?
doing? I do the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
you had a bad
question
day
marks.
yesterday. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow's a new day. Just, you know, push through
or
it.
you say something simple like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I'm like, I have some food disorder. I had ice cream yesterday and then I was busting my balls the next day. Like I was bullying myself the next day.
Yes,
like,
you do
hard.
Yeah.
And then you came up with such a smart thing. Just don't eat it. Oh. What? Shh. Don't eat the ice cream. Okay.
Don't eat that.
Yeah, but we are our greatest bullies for sure.
Oh, I'm like,
And when people say to me like, "Oh, Ivona, I'm like, you should listen to what I'm saying." I'm sure that nobody this weekend spent a Friday night, okay, being as hot as I am, okay, with my chamomile tea, all right, and my soursop tea, reading medical medium books, okay, highlighting and putting, like, and this is what I do. Not only, and in my head, I'm like, not only am I going to heal myself, but I'm going to help people heal. Like, and that's
well,
where I
that
come
heals
from.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to talk about, you know, Alcohol's Anonymous and you know, and the drug rehabs.
Yeah.
They become people,
Yeah.
the addicts,
Yeah.
to help
Help
other
people.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
And it's always, you know, all the people that I follow, like you say, the people that I follow are usually people that have a backstory that their health was, you know, brought to a place where doctors were like, okay, now it's pain management time. There's nothing to do. And, you know, there's so much chronic illness going around.
Yeah,
and it's like, why? You know, why? Well, let's see. I mean, look at Long Island. We don't walk anywhere, you know, unless you're walking to walk. But
Right.
people in the city are walking everywhere,
Yes.
right? People in Europe. I go to Croatia. I am guzzling down carbs and alcohol, and I'm losing weight.
I know, but the food is different
The
there.
food is different there. Hold on. But you do walk
not
a
fortified.
lot.
This fortified.
This is, I get it.
Bullshit.
I get it. But I'm saying it's the food for sure, and the walking,
Yeah.
you know? So now here you have to make, listen, it's hard to be a woman in general and a good looking woman, a woman that takes care of herself. It is, you got to invest,
Right.
but you can't have FOMO. You got to take the patience and work on yourself.
So let me ask you, as far as we were talking about sex before, right? If you're not feeling healthy, if you're not feeling, well, actually, you know, alcohol can make you feel sexy no matter what.
You're like,
I don't care how fat you are.
shouldn't have felt sexy, but you did. Good for you, girl. And I'm talking about myself.
Well, I apparently feel very sexy in August because both my kids are born in April. And by the way, my mother felt sexy in August because I'm born in April. So it might be a thing.
It's a thing.
So that being said, I find myself when I don't feel, healthy or point or things aren't fitting, and if I'm not feeling sexy, I can't even think about it.
Consequences.
But I will tell you, if I see my husband unloading the dishwasher, it gets a little sexy.
When Tommy grills, I am a slut for
folding
him.
laundry. If V is folding laundry, someone's getting lucky.
Yeah, no. 100%. If you are feeding me, I am feeding you right back tonight. Okay? It's so true. It's disturbing, but it's true. But you know what? It's once again the domino, right?
Mm-hmm.
So round and around we go. Like so I'm not sure if this is controversial, especially here, but I'm gonna say it's my feeling. You might feel different. There is a chick that I got rid of TikTok. I think it's super addicting. I got rid of it. But before I got rid of it, I was following this chick. She's young. She's 32 years old, gorgeous, and she talks about being skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And she says the word skinny a lot. And then she goes on to say, if you're triggered by skinny, that's your mother effing problem, not mine. Like, this is my TikTok. I'm talking about skinny and being skinny. Because people will go and be like, why are you saying skinny? I'm triggered by that. Why are you triggered by skinny? I don't understand.
I say fatty all the time.
Skinny and fat, right? Yeah. And I don't care what anybody says. And I feel like I could say this because guess what? Just 2 months ago, I was 15 pounds heavier, okay? And I'm going to be 15 pounds lighter probably in the next 2 months. So I fluctuate. Plus, I'm tall, so I can get away with, putting on the weight where I don't feel horrible about myself, which is good and bad. Yeah. But anyways, she talks about what woman can honestly say that she feels better, heavier? Like we need to stop normalizing this, right? So if you have a thyroid issue, a health issue, and you are putting on weight because you have an issue, right? That is one thing. Right. But if you have let yourself go and you are eating and now woe is me, you have to understand there are consequences, right? So now you're not feeling sexy, so you're not having as much sex with your husband. Now you're not dressing as dope as you want to dress. Correct. How did I dress the second time I came?
Oh, I almost sent you back up. Go get upstairs. I said, get that thing. I don't know what the hell you're wearing.
I was feeling horrible about myself. I came with literally MC Hammer pants.
So let's look worse.
MC Hammer pants. Did I not? They were like this wide. I was like, I'm hiding my cellulite.
I can't.
She's like, don't you ever in your life come
put
down
that on again. Yeah. Ever. And you'll never have to, I said.
But it's true because once again, it goes one with the other. So bottom line is, when you feel great, yes, you are great.
You are great.
You start acting great.
This is why I love great.
Yeah.
I love I love feeling healthy. I love being, and I also love with all that hard work and then looking in the mirror and seeing the results, it just feels good that I accomplished it. Yes. And yes, we have to accomplish it again. I mean, it's really, I picked like the worst job.
The lifestyle job. I know. I get it.
Like I have the stupidest job.
That we have
just
to keep
pick it up, drop it down. Pick it up, drop it down. Don't eat. You know what we're doing? We're actually doing something that our bodies do not want to do.
Stop. Leave us alone. Don't drive there.
We don't want to retain muscle.
My poor body.
We want to eat everything.
Once my body sees Americana, it starts to shake. It's like, what are we doing? Take me back. Go back. We don't want to see her. We don't want to see her. Oh, I play. Trust me, that game we play all the time in my head.
In your head. You can't think about it.
I don't want to go to her.
You just have to show up.
I'm not going scary there. It's a scary place.
I have become so automatic with going to the gym that the second I open the door, that's when I realize what I'm about to do.
Yeah. You're right. I want to be like that.
Shit, it's a freaking leg day.
No, I want to be like that. And you know what? It's funny because I had to stop training because of a little health ailment, which I'm getting better. Mm-hmm. But when I stopped training, I didn't want to stop training. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'll just motivate myself. That lasted a whopping 6 minutes. I couldn't even get through a video. I'm like, this is boring.
Oh, you are not the only one.
I can't
You are
motivate
not
myself.
the only one. Well, thank you, Ivona. I don't know. I had a good time. I don't know about you.
I can't believe this. This is like, I'm addicted now. When are we doing this again? It's over. Thank you so much. It was so fun. And,
You popped my podcast cherry, and
I
I'm
did.
so glad you popped it. You know
When was the last time you were a virgin?
Oh my God, today feels like the first time.
Oh God. So I'm Violet by Nubodybyviolet. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you would like to be a guest, I'd like to give that a try. Bye-bye.